Hello, all greetings. This is Gilles Mancillon. I wanted to come to you today to briefly pull out some cards to see what an oracle for the day from the Akash. The highest wisdom is the knighthood. So it is the understanding that if we have been a knight in a past life, we'll always be bound to certain higher principles. We have to be, we have to behave in a way that is aligned with that understanding of knighthood, of nobility in purpose and in honesty, in being always chivalresque. What we need to understand is our love life. For that, we'll greatly. The more we are fulfilled in our love life, the more there is great excitement that can come from the fulfillment of our love life. And so to understand that, where those energy lies, and how do we bring this about? For what we need to do is Celtic. Celtic is the understanding of the connection of those inner powers. For those cards will maybe activate different things within you, and it's really what's activating within you. Then I'm just giving a general interpretation. And so the Celtics is the Druids, is all the times then with the nature spirits and the understanding of the natural forces of nature as well. So there is all kinds of reconnection, and the general message for us is a good deed and benevolence and merits. So it's about understanding that what we have sown we will harvest sooner or later. So it is about being patient with ourselves and with the world in order to achieve that. Right now, there is a lot of astrology. For those who are interested in astrology, can be used. Understand, astrology will never work against you. Those are forces that are here to assist you. It is just a matter of understanding the relationship of those forces in order to utilize it for your own good. And so it is as we become aware of certain astrological aspects or certain powers within the sky, we are able to use our consciousness to maneuver, to utilize those forces with greater efficiency or energy or power. For now, right now, Chiron is going retrograde, so it is giving us more power, more insight, more ability to heal every situation and to move forward. Venus is going to be moving into Virgo, so it will be a lot happier there than although Venus was comfortable in Leo, but it's a bit of fiery energy. So that will create a great deal of change in terms of how do we discriminate with what we love and what we choose, and kind of abundance, or what kind of energy we want to bring into our life. Jupiter is been going retrograde. So Jupiter is the voice of the all-powerful God. It's Zeus. It is the mighty, the miracle, the expansion. Anything is possible. When it retrogrades, it does not have that much power over the world. Now it's standing still, and it's about to go straight forward. And so all those accumulated power will be able to utilize all this creative power. Mercury is conjuncting the South Node in Leo, so there is in many sense we'll understand, we'll come into understanding in relationship to all that is being released. And then there is this grand trine that is the Sun in Cancer, Neptune in Pisces, and Jupiter in Scorpio, in the water signs, and so that creates an harmonious effect. Although there is there is this opposition of the Sun in Cancer with Pluto and Saturn, that's not that far off, and so there is a great deal of dynamic in the potential for change and healing, and so this will come about. I'm just going to pull out a few more cards to conclude this. To see if we can get some more. The highest wisdom is the limitation, understanding our present time and space limitation, and how to change it, not to accumulate, to create more limitation. So understanding that everything is being bound by time and space, but as those limitations are self-created, and so they can be released through our opening our mind to understanding them and releasing whatever needs to be released. Which comes to the second card, which is about what we need to understand is surrender. We have to let go of all those things that are still tying us to old cycle or limited cycle. what we need to do is life purpose. So we need to stick to our life purpose, to understand our life purpose, and to stick to the central road as much as possible, to keep things in balance, not to go into extremes, but to follow that road that will lead us to our destiny. And the general message for us is completion, for it is really the end of the cycle, for there will be a mini eclipse coming, a mini solar eclipse coming, and so we can utilize that to clear up all kinds of old programming. Eclipse, there will be 3 eclipses, and so we will be able to use this time through the summer to really create a new space for new ideas and new energies to come into our life in the fall. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I thank you very much for liking, sharing, subscribing. I'm going to be working and continuing to do the translation of my book, my first book, and so I will return to you shortly. Thank you very much. Namaste.